Hey everyone, how's it going? Weston here. Today we got the Miata and we got this deatschwerks fuel pump. We're gonna go ahead and install it and I'll show you how to do it in the process. We're installing this fuel pump because we got a 20-year-old car here and we're about to turbocharge it. Don't really need to do it, but it's better to do it and have fuel than to lean out your motor and blow it up because you got a 20-year-old fuel pump that was made for a 90-wheel horsepower Miata like we have right here right now. So let's go ahead and get this in. I'll show you guys how to do it. Here we are in the Miata. I went ahead and I took these clips out already. In order to get these out a little easier, you can go ahead and use a pair of side cutters and stick them in there like that, and you can work them out. That's an easy way to get them out without breaking them. Once you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them out, you're gonna go ahead and push this up, and under here is our fuel pump. You have a Phillips head. Go ahead and take all those out, and then you'll be able to get to the top of the fuel pump. Once we got all those off, so go ahead and pry off real easy. And then we gotta go ahead and get in here to the fuel pump. First thing we're gonna do is disconnect the electrical connector. We'll go ahead and disconnect the fuel lines. My car hasn't run for a while. If yours has recently run, disconnect the fuel pump relay and run it until it runs out of fuel. And even if you do that, you're gonna get a little bit of fuel leaking out. Got those off there. I'll lay them over here on the side. Let me tuck them underneath this evap line. It loose. Now let's go ahead and wiggle it out of here. Of course, there's a connector down here. It's real hard to see. And try to push that out that way. And there we go. So there's a little connector that comes through this way, and you have to push it out that way. Once you do that, you can pull the whole basket out. I'm gonna go ahead and get a bag or something so that I don't soak my interior with fuel. Okay, we're back. I got this bag so I don't get fuel on my interior. Just gonna go ahead and pull this out. Be very careful not to bend this arm or anything like that while pulling this out. And there it is. Got it out and didn't spill any fuel on my interior. So here we have the new fuel pump. It is a deatschwerks pump. Should hopefully be pretty much drop-in ready. Step one is going to be getting this old one out of the basket. So I got to get it out of there. There you have it, the old one's off. So unfortunately, looks like we're going to need to use this new pigtail connector in here. Oh, sorry, that's probably not. But we're going to have to use this new connector because the connector styles are different. So let's pop that off and just splice this new one in. Plug that guy. Oh, what's the old and what's the new? So the new little foot will sit on there just like that. Rubber base. So right now I'm actually putting the new fuel pump in exactly where the old fuel pump comes out. The nice thing about these fuel pumps is they fit exactly like OEM, so what you take out you essentially put back in with the new part. It comes with a new rubber hose that come with clamps that I went ahead and tightened down, and that's all you have to do to get the old one out and put the new one in. Okay, so here we are. I went ahead and I wired this up. I put the positive to the positive and the negative to the negative, obviously, on this new connector, spliced into the old pin there. Whenever you're working with this, make sure you're careful with this fuel float. If you damage it, your fuel level won't work. Now that we got all that in, I just want to go ahead and stick this guy on, and you save this for the very last step, just because you don't want to get your new sock dirty. So I'm going to go ahead, slip this back out of here actually. Push your sock all the way up. And then go ahead and slip that back into there. And once that's like that, it's all good to go. Then you can put the whole assembly back in just the way you pulled it out. So we're gonna stick it in just like that. Make sure that gasket's on there while it's off. Also make sure the gasket is in good condition. You can see, it just sits down in there like so. And then go ahead and start all these screws. Don't tighten them down all the way until you get them all started. So that's all in. Just gonna plug our connector back in and stick our fuel lines back on. Make sure they're all the way on there and tight. And then before we put that cover back on, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the key and prime the fuel pump, make sure I don't have any leaks or anything like that. I'll go ahead and start it up, make sure it runs. So interestingly enough, I don't know if you heard that, but the fuel pump actually didn't kick on this. I didn't realize they don't kick on these until after the car's trying to start. Priming the key actually doesn't do anything. But you can hear it back here, singing away. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put this cover on, put that cover on, and we'll be done. There you have it. The fuel pump's all in. Like I said, it's a deatschwerks 200 fuel pump. It should be all the fuel pump I could ever ask for in this car. And it was super easy to install. Takes you maybe an hour if, I don't know, you run into struggles like I did with the connectors. Other than that, it's not bad. And that's all you have to do. That fuel pump, I think people say, is good to, say, 400 wheel horsepower. So even if you have built internals and everything else, or if you do a bigger in-tank fuel pump, really doesn't matter. That's pretty much any in-tank fuel pump you put in. That's how you install it. Go ahead, give the video a like, subscribe, hit the notification button. If you made it to the end, thank you, I appreciate it, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.